Hi there guys, so this is the Paramo Helki Jacket and it's a very comfortable, really breathable waterproof jacket and I've really enjoyed wearing it the past winter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick overview of the jacket, and if you keep watching I'm going to explain why I've loved wearing the jacket so much. So the Helki Jacket retails at £250. Although I did find it as low as 200 when I filmed this video. It weighs on average, depending on size, 693 grams and is made from 100% polyester. If we start at the top of the jacket and look at the hood, we have 3 points of adjustment on the hood, at the back and 2 at the front, and they also have a wire peak there to give us a bit of protection from the elements. Towards the back of the jacket, we have articulation built into the shoulders and the back to give you freedom of movement. Part of the fit of the back is down to the adjustable waist hem. So in the pockets there's some elastic that you pull, and that just cinches in the jacket around the waist for yourself. Down the front of the jacket we have a full length zip. It's also a double zip, so you can vent it from the bottom if you wish, but Paramo have also included a popper system on the storm flap behind the zip, so that if you wish to vent the jacket with the zip open, the popper system still keeps the jacket together while venting a bit of that warm air inside the jacket nicely. In terms of the pockets, we have 2 hand warmer pockets at the bottom. We have a chest pocket that's big enough for an ordnance survey map, and on the inside of the jacket we have a small stash pocket. So at the bottom of the jacket we've got a curved tail to give you a bit of extra protection, and the draw cord at the bottom is slightly set back from the very end of the jacket to create a runoff of water for yourself. So on the cuffs of the jacket we have this velcro fastening that can be opened quite wide, so you can roll the sleeves up well, or it can be fastened down to keep all the elements out. So keeping you dry in the jacket, Paramo have put their pump liner which uses the Analogy waterproofing fabric by Wax. So the first thing I really like about this jacket is how well it fits. I'm a 40-inch chest and I've got a medium that I've been wearing, and it feels like it's fit really well. Traditionally people would say about Paramo fit that it's quite loose and quite baggy. For me, I don't quite get that from the Helki. I feel like it's a much nicer cut, and I think that's down to the adjustment in the waist. I think that's also down to a lot in part to the articulation in the shoulders and the arms. I always feel like I have the freedom of movement in this jacket. I never feel like I'm being restricted in any way, which is what you want. This, coupled with the fact that the jacket is just so soft, unlike, you know, other hard shell waterproofs that are on the market, it really feels very comfortable to wear, and the fit is just really nice. So the second thing I like about this jacket is the breathability, and I have been absolutely astonished at the breathability that this jacket has. I'm going to put that down to the fact that it has this pump lining that Paramo have developed that uses the Analogy waterproof fabric by Wax. I haven't really got time to go into detail about why this is so different to most other waterproofing jackets, but I'll put a link to some really good videos on YouTube and to the Paramo website for you to have a read of how it works, because it is really interesting. But in essence, I find when I've been, you know, walking in wet weather, dry weather, you know, climbing up hills quite hard, I've never felt like this jacket, I've never felt damp inside this jacket. I've never had water come into the jacket either through water ingress. I've just always felt like this jacket has dealt with my the sweat that I produce really, really well, and that's something that I really enjoy about this jacket. So you do get one additional benefit with Paramo jackets as a whole, and not just the Helki jacket, and that's, for me, Paramo really set a high benchmark for ethical business practices in the market. But without getting into too much detail again, and I'll point you towards the Paramo website, Paramo for me do go above and beyond creating good ethical business practices. And it's nice to know that when you're buying a jacket, it's not just going into the pockets of some fat cats. It's doing a lot of good, and that's something that for me helps justify the price, and it helps my conscience really as well when I'm wearing the jacket. So 2 little additions that I'd like to see to this jacket. When I'm wearing my rucksack, I have a bit of a waistband with it, and what happens is I lose access to these 2 hand warmer pockets. So what I would have liked to see on the jacket is an extra chest pocket really. I think that would have been quite useful. Although the chest pocket is a size, sometimes it's just nice to spread things out a bit. I know there's the internal pocket. I just don't tend to use internal pockets, and it's not a massive size, the internal pocket on this jacket, so I don't really find myself using it that much. The other thing is I would like to see, from using the hood, don't get me wrong, it's a good hood, and it does give me the protection, and it does give me the visibility still. I've just not found it fantastic, and that's quite a nitpicky thing to say, but if I was looking for areas to improve, I would look a bit more at the hood, I think, and maybe the pocket situation as well. However, looking at the range that Paramo has, maybe what I'm starting to describe is the Ultra 3 jacket that they've got, and from looking at that I can see how maybe that's a jacket that I might try next. And the Helki jacket, it makes me think the Helki jacket is actually, the feature set is really well done for that general hill walker that maybe doesn't have a really hefty waist strap and doesn't need the top spec engineered hood. So in terms of that, I can see how actually the jacket does really fit into that market very well, and maybe it's myself that should look for another jacket. So there is a final negative point to the jacket, and it's a point that I haven't experienced myself, but a lot of people that I talk to have experienced, and that's that Paramo jackets with the analogy waterproofing can let water in. And from my understanding of how analogy fabric is different to traditional waterproof fabrics, I would say yes, there is a possibility that water could ingress to yourself through the jacket. For me, again, because of my understanding of how breathable and how wicking the jacket is, I don't see that to be a problem. However, I can see how some people who are doing certain activities outside want just an absolute solid waterproof barrier. This may not be the jacket for them, as, like I say, water could come through it. I've not experienced, and I should reiterate that, I have not experienced water coming through this jacket. I've washed it regularly and I've reproofed it once now, and I've never experienced water coming through. But I feel like it's important to mention, because when we talk about waterproof clothing, that is the sort of thing that some people would be interested in and would be considering when buying a jacket from Paramo, or say an equivalent Gore-Tex jacket. So in summary, the Paramo Helki Jacket is a really well cut, comfortable jacket to wear. It's also a very breathable waterproof jacket as well, which makes it very comfortable to wear in a range of conditions. So that's the Paramo Helki Jacket. I've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.